You're welcome to Gospel Music Opinion. I am your host, Jeremiah Yila, and today we'll be answering a question that somebody sent from our last music and ministry seminar, Anonymous. And the first question here says, as a young musician, what should be your main goal? As a young musician, your main goal should be to please God. The book of Colossians tells us that everything is created by Him and for Him. It means we are meant to please God with our music. That should be your main goal. The second goal you should have as a music minister is to lead God's people into worship, because when God's people enter into worship, then you know that you are achieving your goal as a music minister, except of course if you are doing it for the fame or for the money or for the crowd. But these two goals should be your main goals: to please God and to lead people into worship. So the second question here says, what should be the best method for composing a song? There is no specific or best method to compose a song, but I'll tell you 5 things that works for me. Number 1 thing that works for me is I use a music instrument because it enhances me to compose songs. It gives me rhythm, it gives me the vibe. Number 2, I use God's word. The more I study God's word, the more I learn from God's word, the more of God's word I have to give out to people, because what you have is what you give. It is the result of what you have stored inside of you that helps you to produce what you give out to people. So I use God's word. That's number 2. Number 3 thing that work for me is I use prayers a lot. Prayer helps me to get in tune. It helps me to get in line. It helps me to get in shape. So the more I pray, the more I get connected, the more I get sounds. I am not praying to get sounds, but these sounds just come naturally as a result of my fellowship with God. And number 4, I take a walk. Sometimes when I'm writing songs and I get stuck in my head, or I get stuck, that moment when there's no inspiration, I take a very long walk. Sometimes I take a short walk, and then before you know, the inspiration comes and it becomes natural. It just flows. And it is important for you as a music minister or as a musician that you take your notepad or your recording device or your phones as you take these walks, because you don't know at what point any inspiration can come. So the 5th method I use to compose song is I go to a solitary place. Sometimes I do the mountains, sometimes I go to the forest, sometimes I go to the beach. All of these solitary places works very well for me. So these are 5 things that works for me. I take a walk, I use instruments, I use God's word, I use prayer, and I go to a solitary place. So whichever method works for you, fine, but these are the methods that works for me. So if you have more methods that works for you, I would like you to drop it in the comment section. I would like to hear your own opinion as well. So the third question we have here from this person is there an age limit for music? Okay, so there is no age limit for music, irrespective of your age. I personally believe you can bless people with your music. You can do good music irrespective of your age. But I would suggest, as a musician, you do a lot of rehearsals. You do a lot of learning, because if you are singing unto God, you are singing for excellence. God deserves your best as your creator. And also the people you are leading into worship, or the people you want to bless, they also deserve your best. So I would suggest that you do good music, you do it very well, irrespective of your age. So there is no age limit to music. So I would like you to drop a comment. I would like you to like. I would like you to subscribe, and I would like you to share this content if this has blessed you. And also please drop your questions in the comment section. I would like to answer your questions regarding music and ministry. So that's a wrap. We have come to the end of this questions with Gospel Music Opinion. I am your host, Jeremiah Yila, and until I see you again, bye bye, take care, God bless you.